Hey guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to the video, and today I am giving you guys my top 5 heroic combinations or combos or whatever you want to call them, and this includes cards from set 1 and set 2. Some of these combos are just set 1, but I thought I would show you guys some of these combos so you can learn a little bit on how to advance your gameplay, I guess, and just get better at the game in general. We're going to start off with my favorite combination, which includes the water element. And this combination kind of circles around 2 cards, your mech horse and your icicle. And I guess you could kind of include drop in this, but he's not necessarily mandatory. But basically all the cards that I'm going to be using in this example is these 3: Aquamage, Sea Orb, Sea Explorer, Weatherbender, and Portals of Change. The main goal is drop or other cards that you can use from your dungeon or your deck, which are these ones. Is going to be able to summon Icicle, and Icicle will be able to use his effect, which brings 2 cards from your dungeon into your hand, so you'll be constantly getting stuff from your dungeon back into your hand. And then Mech Horse is going to allow you to, when Icicle dies, summon him back from the dungeon and use his effect again. Just to kind of paraphrase, Drop is going to be able to summon him from the deck. Mech Horse is going to be able to summon him from the dungeon. And the reason I included some of these other cards is both Aquamage, Sea Explorer, and Weatherbender are going to kind of let you manipulate your dungeon and your deck, basically choosing what cards are in your dungeon, what cards are in your deck, and putting stuff in your hand and stuff like that. So that's why I also included these in here. Another thing that's going to be super nice is Portals of Change, because it lets you discard a card and put 1 card from your hand into your deck. So let's say you already have Icicle in your hand, which is usually bad because then you can't summon him from a card effect. So then you can either put him into the dungeon or you could put him back into your deck. So yeah, if you're going to be playing Water Element in the future, I highly recommend getting at least these 4 cards, because they're going to just build off of each other so much and you're going to be able to pull off so many combinations. So that is my favorite combination that I can think of so far. Next, this one is pretty simple, but Pyro Archer has a pretty good ability actually, and it says once per turn, flip a coin. If heads, steal 1 gadget from your opponent's dungeon and move it to your hand. So let's say your opponent had just used Golden Barrier or Gift of Healing or something like that. So if he just used Gift of Healing, you can steal it, use it, and it would go back to their dungeon. And then if you flip a heads, you can use it again. So you could continue to gain life points over and over if you can flip a heads. And same with Golden Barrier. So if it's in their dungeon, you can get it, use it, it goes back, and if you flip a head, just keep going over and over. There's one game where I just kept getting heads, and I literally had the Golden Barrier almost the whole game. It was great. Combo number 3 is pretty simple, but it's always great. Say you have both all of these cards, or just this Thunder Knight doesn't necessarily have to be in here, but a level 2 in general is what I'm going for. Let's say you have an Enlightened Fairy and a Spellbook of Orbeck in your hand, and it's your first turn. Doesn't have to be your first turn, but that's just my example. So it's your turn, you get a coin, you play Enlightened Fairy, and when this hero is summoned, you can discard 1 card, so I guess just any card from your hand, get rid of a wooden sledgehammer, discard it, and you gain 1 more coin, so now you have 2 coins. You play Spellbook of Orbeck, and now you can summon another hero this turn. So you summon Thunder Knight and you use your 2 coins. So that's an easy way to get out 2 heroes this turn, one of them being a level 2. So on your first turn, you could immediately get out a level 2, and you'd already have a huge head start over your opponent. Next, I thought this one was pretty cool because this includes one of my newest cards, Garden Gnomes, which I actually love the art for. Let's say you summoned Earth Dwarf, and he says when this hero is summoned, you can move 1 equipped gadget from your dungeon to your hand. So you could move a wooden sledgehammer or any other equipped gadget. Then you could play Garden Gnomes, and it says if you summon a level 0 hero this turn, then you may summon 1 additional nature element hero this turn. So you could do any nature element, but I thought these would be nice because warrior in training, the more he destroys, the more attack and defense he gets. So with wooden sledgehammer, he could just be a powerhouse potentially. So this is an easy way to just get out more cards and Hopefully this card will help out the nature element a little bit. Next is a combination with the constellation. So let's say you went ahead and summoned a Sagittarius, then you can summon Scorpius from your deck by spending one more coin, and using Scorpius's effect, you can move Orion to your dungeon from your deck. There's a few ways to get Orion immediately into your hand. You could use Leo constellation and move Orion into your hand, or you could play Shooting Stars, which lets you summon it right onto the field by spending coins equal to its level. And just as a little bonus, if you have Canis Major on the field, Orion Constellation will get an extra 300 defense because he already has a pretty low defense. So, constellations, especially in the future and stuff like that, are going to be pretty synergistic, and lots of like summoning and moving to the dungeon and stuff like that. Kind of like how the water element is, just maybe a little bit less synergy and have more attack and defense, unlike the water element does. So look for constellations coming in the future. Also, once I make more paladin cards, they're going to have a lot more synergy too, and just kind of be a very powerful archetype or class coming in the future. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see next on my channel. And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome art videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!